This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
NCD residents walk for cancer awareness. Retiring teachers to receive final entitlements. And strong calls for national reset. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Wyra. Thank you for your company. Hundreds of Port Moresby residents turned up in pink to take part in Pinktober Cancer Awareness Walk, which took place this morning from Murray Barracks to Sir Hubert Murray Stadium in Port Moresby. The Cancer Awareness Walk is a community health awareness event for breast cancer observed worldwide to promote cancer prevention and healthy lifestyle.
Breast and cervical cancer remains the most common cases affecting women in Papua New Guinea. During the Pinktober Cancer Awareness Walk, NCD Governor Powes Pakop reminded the public to take their health seriously. Pakop says increased number in cancer cases is becoming a trend in Papua New Guinea. He reminded the public to go for regular medical checkup to know their health condition for early detection and prevention. He noted that there is no drug that will permanently erase cancer. Pakop thanked all the agencies and partners for taking part in the Cancer Awareness Walk. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
A total of 19.5 million kina was released by the Department of Treasury as final entitlements and repatriation to 570 retired teachers in Papua New Guinea. The Teaching Service Commission confirmed and announced this long-awaited news to teachers who visited Vulupindi House recently.
The 570 retired teachers will receive their final entitlements before the end of the year. This was confirmed by the Teaching Services Commission on Thursday. TSC Commissioner Operation Mr. Maini Mike Ugaya, on behalf of 70,000 teachers, including retirees, expressed gratitude to the Department of Treasury for making this payment available. He said this is the third batch of retiree payments. Speaking to the retirees, Mr. Ugaya said the payment process had been slow due to the involvement of multiple agencies and the need for due diligence. However, he assured them that retirees would now receive their entitlements. Mr. Ugaya clarified that the repatriation payment applies only to retired teachers and not resigned teachers. He explained that due to the lengthy time frame and challenges faced by retired teachers, TSC's involvement since 2024 aims to resolve issues among teachers, provinces and Treasury. Mr. Ugaya said currently TSC's industrial team is working on the next batch of retirees' entitlements. He said once it is done, the files would be sent to Treasury Department for funding. He extended his gratitude to Treasury, the Department of Education and TSC officers for their dedication to the process. TSC Principal Advisor Ms. Esban Rita Caro adds salary officers from all the provinces to compile exit files for all outstanding exits and also recently approved exits from their provinces and send them to TSC headquarters so calculations can be checked and included for funding bid to the Treasury Department. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
With polling for the local level government elections just weeks away, the East New Britain Provincial Administration has revealed two key programs aimed at improving grassroots governance once polling concludes.
Provincial Election Coordinator and Acting Advisor for Human Resource Management Division, Rose August, outlined the plans during the administration's Government Talkback radio program recently. She said the initiatives include the traditional induction for newly elected leaders and the introduction of the transparent system for appointing ward recorders across 382 wards. August explained that the induction would help newly elected ward members understand their roles and responsibilities. She added that the new appointment process for ward recorders previously selected by ward members will now require public nominations to promote fairness and community involvement. She said new ward will nominate up to 5 candidates who will then be screened by a selection committee at the LLG level. August said the change supports the province's work-focused policy and ensures a record of eligible nominees to keep for future replacements. Meanwhile, Provincial Returning Officer Teresa Sam confirmed that polling will commence on Monday, 27th October and run until November 8th, with counting expected to conclude by November 15th. Provincial Election Manager Joab Vovoy noted that counting for LLG presidents will be conducted at their respective chambers. The province has registered 187,925 voters and fielded 1,384 candidates for 405 seats with 137 polling teams ready for deployment. Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape has emphasized on the importance of education and that young Papua New Guineans must take it seriously. In a recent event, PM Marape gave a recount on his journey growing up.
During his recent trip to Kainantu mining, Prime Minister Marape highlighted the importance of education and how it can shape the lives of young Papua New Guineans. He shared a little about his own experience growing up as a child back in Hela. The Prime Minister said he was tempted to leave school when there was gold rush at Mount Kare in the early 1980s. However, he said his dad was the one who forced him to go to school, which played a significant role in his life.
1988, I was doing grade 11. I wanted to rush to find some gold myself. When I was doing grade 4, I was a gold penner in Omara, just up the road here. I was with my parents and a grade 4 student in Omara, and we used to go and pen for gold. Believe it or not, Mr. Aitefa, I was a gold penner, earning 4 kina, 5 kina every Sundays. So 1988, I want to rush out for the gold rush at Mount Kare. And my dad came and pulled me and grabbed me by the ear and dragged me back to school and said, this is far better than the gold that you'll be searching for in Mount Kare. Sit in school. And so I was in school, and here I am today, some 30 years on.
Mr. Marape urged parents to support their children's education. He further called on investors, particularly the developers of mining and oil and gas projects, to support education through tax credit schemes and through other initiatives.
We pick education as a major place of transforming lives of our people. So I want us to invest more in education for our young kids.
Pakatambu, National EMTV News.
Trukai Industries Limited presented a total of 10 bales of rice to Mount Sion Center of Blind as part of its corporate social responsibility.
According to Trukai Industries Limited, the donations are a vital component under the corporate social responsibility program dedicated to supporting various charitable organizations and institutions across PNG as part of giving back to the community. Mount Zion Center of Blind Principal Justin Wagame thanked Trukai Industries for their consistent donations since the COVID-19 breakout. He says the donations would go a long way with the increasing cost of goods and tough economic times for such a church-run organization with limited funding sources.
Previous months up until now, so we got 2 to give. Unlike in previous years, we give away only 1 to 1 client. Now we will be giving away 2 packets of rice to a client. So that would be wonderful.
He says the donation will be used for meals for students and teachers during special occasions at the school. The donation is part of a total of 3,360 kilograms of rice that will be donated to its charity partners in Port Moresby, Ley, Medeng, Mount Again, and Goroka. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News returns after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab Dina. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Buy EasyPay with Telecom. Simply top up and purchase EasyPay from your phone. Here's how to buy. Dial *775#, enter the meter number, enter the amount, press 1 to confirm, and receive SMS with voucher and transaction reference number. Great value and PNG-owned sure feels good. Drop in to your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and buy EasyPay. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Join us weekly on EMTV News A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insights for the latest on politics,
organizations are not performing their duty,
business, health, education, sports, and more. A Closer Look, 7 p.m. Sunday, only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
EITI stands for the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. It is a global standard for promoting good governance in the mineral and the oil and gas sector.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we feature discussions with the Papua New Guinea Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative.
Papua New Guinea became a member of the EITI reporting countries back in 2013.
That's on Monday night. You're watching National EMTV News. Calls have been made for a national reset that prioritizes children and young people in Papua New Guinea's long-term development plans.
The appeal was raised by the chairman of the Special Parliamentary Committee, Powes Pakop, during the opening of the parliamentary inquiry on children and youth's well-being held at Parliament House in Port Moresby. Governor Pakop stated that Papua New Guinea must now focus on building a future centered around its younger population, emphasizing that the next 50 years should be dedicated to ensuring their welfare and prosperity. He noted that although the nation had achieved growth in infrastructure and the economy over the past 5 decades, little progress have been made in improving the well-being of children and youths. He highlighted several challenges including low immunization coverage, poor nutrition, weak education retention, rising teenage pregnancies and widespread violence. Only a small number of provinces were said to have achieved satisfactory immunization rates, while malnutrition and stunted growth remain serious concerns. Governor Pakop also called for stronger coordination among government agencies and partners, stressing that investing in children is vital for the country's success and that the inquiry should serve as a wake-up call for national leadership. Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
Sine Yongomol District Development Authority presented 1.3 million kina to Kagai community to support the education infrastructure development.
Chief Executive Officer Obet Warure says 300,000 kina will go to landowners and 1 million kina to the project contractor. He says the funding reflects the district's unwavering support on education sector, which is a significant pillar and priorities of MP Kerangakua.
payment, 1.3 million to Kagai Primary School for boosting infrastructure development.
According to Warure, in the last 15 years, a total of 38 million kina has been spent on education infrastructure alone. District Education Chairman thanked MP Kua for continuous support towards education in the district, which was described as a journey of transformation.
Education has been progressing very well, and so far we have, since the 3 terms of Honorable Kwakulinga's term in Parliament, education is moving forward.
Head teacher Ben Bula thanked Sinesine Yongomol District Development Authority for the support, as this will greatly improve teaching and learning. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The Plasman 2 film provided a platform for local talent in Papua New Guinea to be part of the local film industry. Jonas Film Production Director Ramatan Undiapath has taken an innovative approach by scouting talents on social media to be featured in the movie Plasman 1 and 2.
Undiapa highlighted the importance of local talent and the need for support from the government and stakeholders to grow the film production.
But I have one humble request to the government and private sector and NGOs. Please support the film industry just how you support the sports. We have many talented local filmmakers in this country, but because of the lack of support, many give up. Film not only entertain, but it can change the mindset, preserve our culture for next generation, tell our story to the world, and create job opportunity. In Placement 2, we have more than 300 people participated as extras.
Speaking during the movie premiere on Saturday, Salatia Aaron, production assistant to Plasman 2, said the film production provides a platform that enables aspiring actors without experience or film background to participate.
Like I've said, I don't have a film background, but people like Rama that have a vision to create a platform for those ones on the street that with no good education background, they can be part of something good to this nation.
The cast members and crew includes popular social media comedians like Tuliman, Batarat PNG, Engaray, and others. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
A fatal shooting by armed men along the Twin Pinkas section of the National Highway in Eastern Highlands Province has claimed the life of a PMV driver in an attempt to flee an attempted hold-up.
According to police reports, the PMV driver was carrying passengers from Leh into the Upper Highlands. After the bus passed through Kainantu, heading towards the Raimpika section of the highway at Tuempinka village, a group of men ascending from a higher ground onto the highway caught up with the bus. When the driver was slowing down at a pothole, the men signaled the driver to stop. Despite that, the driver drove through without stopping. The driver was shot at twice and the third shot entered through the windscreen, hitting the driver on the chest region, which instantly killed him. Goroka Police Station Commander Chief Inspector Timothy Pomoso said the matter was reported at the Goroka Police Station with the body of the late deceased still inside the bus. Pomoso said the particular section of the highway is known for its ongoing tribal conflict and a fighting zone and has cautioned public travelling along the highway to be cautious. He said no suspects have been identified as police investigations continue. Meanwhile, Eastern Highlands Governor Simon Sia extended his condolences to the family of the late deceased and assured that the Eastern Highlands Provincial Government will work closely with police to see that the perpetrators are brought to justice. Jonathan Sebona, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Governor for Western Highlands Province, Wairarapa, has called for justice on the recent killing of a PMV driver.
A bus driver from the Western Highlands Province in the Agen Central District was shot along the Highlands Highway late Friday while driving back from Morobe Province. Governor Rapa condemned this action.
Nantisla sector milukum walsam, tisla sector walk good, plenty PMV round, plenty taxi round. I am now milling country but change. But now you may look him. It's like a PMV operator, PMV bus, Tranguman, Kotaila, abroad also. I mean, no good la.
Rapper further called on the leaders of Eastern Highlands Province to work together to bring justice to these.
PPC belong, Eastern Highlands Province, or the policemen, or leaders, or members of parliament belong. Eastern Highlands Province, please, me appeal. No, you belong with the leaders, you can come forward. Now together one time we belong leaders, Western Highlands, all the leaders belong police now. All agency where you must come together and try and belong resolving this land.
While passing his condolences to the families of the deceased, he called on them not to take the law into their own hands, as he will be working alongside whoever is responsible to bring criminals to justice.
On behalf of the Western Highlands Province, me like talk big sorry long. Me bla facing one situation where one bus driver blow you me also team long. Comrade law kind of too. Me are slash situation. Me as governor, me sorry through long. One young leader, I'm governor. Sorry, I'm driver blow bus. Na this last situation I'm come na painem die belong em. Lombard province me talk big la sorry true go long. All immediate family members na all brother belong em. Mere pingini belong em na all tribesmen na to em man Hagen.
The deceased is from Hagen Central in the Western Highlands Province. Governor Rapper further urged the police commissioner and the police force to look into this situation. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
After completing the Ambulance Officer Level 1 course, Ambulance Commander of Education Alexander Diman said the new ambulance officer recruits will go through a 9-month internship program.
To understand that if
during the period of training, Ambulance Commander of Education Alexander Dimain said the recruits have the opportunity to learn about topics that involves the role of saving lives and dealing with emergencies.
Basic life support, and then also we have the added components to it, and that's the clinical skills. We have the self-defense that's attached to it as well. We have basic safe driving, advanced safe driving.
He highlighted that trainee officers are required to keep records of their cases to help when it comes to assessing their work.
They have like a logbook that they have to fill out, like the number of cases that they've been doing, the lessons in between the driving and whatnot. They need to be checked off, the different checklists. So all of this needs to be marked off before they get certified as Ambulance Officer Level 2.
The Commander of Education highlighted that their staffs go through different challenges.
As well. So, being in Papua New Guinea, our ambulance officers are placed in very, very complex situations where they have to think outside of the box and try to be adaptive.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News returns after the break with news from abroad. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
And
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Sick polio, and we come back inside Long Papua New Guinea. Long wanem, big plan number belong all pikinini hino kisim baby suit or banis marasin belong polio. Long lookouting na banisim all pikinini belong yumi long sick polio, kaman belong Papua New Guinea working one plan national polio immunization campaign, long giving baby suit or polio banis marasin, long all get a pikinini who's a Christmas belong all is tap ananit long 10 player. This campaign by Ron long number 13 day, igo in up long number 31 day belong moon October. Na by come up in long old housing na health center close to you, one time old school, na two all health workman Mary by come long sampla all community belong you. Suppose you got all picking in ananit long 10 plat Christmas, you must carry molly go long this immunization hub, long almost kissing baby suit or banis marasin belong polio, maske was semoli been kissing long before time. Immunization is safe, free, na by work good. Long one kind time, all picking who sat in up by kissing all narapla marasin or sen vitamin A, marasin blong binatang, one time all narapla routine immunization or banis suit.
Look out TV play banisi plan no sick polio.
This patok survey come long National Department belong Health, one time support come long UNICEF, World Health Organization, na all partner belong MIPLA.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Moving to overseas news, more than 2,500 people demonstrations are taking place across the United States in opposition to the policies of President Donald Trump.
Organisers say millions of people are participating in the No Kings protests aimed at challenging what they see as the president's authoritarianism. In Washington, D.C., Senator Bernie Sanders addressed the crowds.
No, President Trump, we don't want you or any other king to rule us. Thank you very much. But we will maintain our democratic form of society. We will not move toward authoritarianism in America. We, the people, will rule.
This is the third mass mobilisation since Mr Trump's return to office, with people angered by the president's stance on immigration, education and security. Some Republicans are dubbing the protests Hate America rallies, but demonstrators argue nothing is more patriotic than protesting for their country.
In the Middle East, a convoy carrying the bodies of 2 more deceased hostages arrived in Israel.
The coffins were handed over to the Israeli Defense Force and Israeli Security Agency in Gaza before being transported to the National Institute of Forensic Medicine in Tel Aviv. 12 of the 28 bodies have now been handed over to Israel as part of the US-brokered ceasefire agreement, which was signed on October 9. Thousands had rallied in Hostages Square in Tel Aviv to call for their return. Our correspondent Barbara Miller was there.
A week ago, people gathered here thinking perhaps it might be the last gathering of its kind, and it really has been an incredible week in Israel. 20 living captives returned home, but so far only a confirmed 10 of the 28 deceased hostages have come back. The latest person to be confirmed was a 75-year-old man murdered on October the 7th, 2023. They say they will keep returning here until all the hostages are home.
Still, the mission was not completed yet. You know, we have still families that missing their loved ones, and they need to have a closure, a final closure, and we still support them. That's why we're here now.
Tell me why you decided to come here tonight.
Because if it was my daughter, I would want everyone to come. We've been living in Tel Aviv for like nearly 2 months now, and we've come every week to the hostage protests.
Why?
I think it's really, really important for us to represent our movement, and also to be there with the hostage families and fight for the return of all the hostages.
You're getting a bit emotional there. Why is that?
I just think that it's been a very long journey, and I think that tonight in particular is hard.
Now, what happens next remains unclear.
While Russia continues its full-scale invasion over Ukraine, it also escalated threats and intimidation towards countries on Europe's eastern flank.
Deep below Finland's capital, Helsinki, there's a bomb-proof labyrinth of bunkers unlike anything else on Earth.
How many people can fit down here?
6,000.
6,000.
On full capacity. So this is one of the sheltering halls.
This is one of Helsinki's biggest shelters. Right now, it's an underground sports and recreation hub with a car park, cafe, and even a playground. But that can all be moved aside if Finland comes under attack.
By legislation, we have 72 hours time frame to convert all the shelters to wartime use. We have been practicing in this shelter. We can convert this somewhere 6 to 8 hours.
Across a network of bunkers, the capital's entire population and any visitors would be safe from explosions, gas or nuclear threats, which is a potentially crucial capability when your neighbour is Russia. Finland shares a 1,300-kilometre border with Russia, which is now 3.5 years into its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. There's an empathy here for what Ukraine is going through because Finland has been there before, when it was invaded by the Soviet Union in 1939.
We were luckily able to fend them off. But at the same time, I guess what has remained is this sort of cautiousness that we are strongly aware that Russia might be a threat again at some point in the future.
That cautiousness is now part of the national psyche. There's high defence spending and widespread support for mandatory conscription.
We're ready, no matter what happens.
Would you go into battle?
I think I would, yes.
Finnish men see military service as an honour, not an obligation.
We need to continuously be aware of all potential scenarios.
Emil Kosta-Helmi, a Finnish military analyst who also examines Russian forces, has noticed a worrying trend in satellite images of the Russian side of the border.
We can see a significant amount of Russian military activity, a lot of vehicles that have not been here before, and also a tent village.
To counter the potential threat of Russia, Finland joined NATO a year into the Ukraine war. Moscow's accused Helsinki of laying the groundwork for a NATO attack.
Well, no, it's utterly false. NATO is a defensive alliance. NATO does not attack another country.
Nationwide opinion polls show strong support for NATO membership and the government's overall approach to defence.
Just over that fence is Russia, but it's a no-go zone. Finland shut its border with Russia in 2023 and it has no plans to reopen it.
A border fence is being built and all road crossings have been sealed off indefinitely. border communities such as Imatra, roughly halfway between Helsinki and the Russian city of St. Petersburg, are hurting. Many people have lost their jobs and been forced to move away.
Everything is quieter. There are less people, less cars, less business.
But despite the economic hit, the locals who've stayed here want the border to stay shut.
The majority of Finns don't want Russian tourists until the peace is in Ukraine.
A hope shared by all countries.
The family of a woman who accused Prince Andrew of sexually abusing her when she was a teenager says she's been vindicated by the loss of his royal titles.
The last time Prince Andrew was seen in public with the royal family, at the funeral of the Duchess of Kent at Westminster Cathedral last month. Despite his status as a non-working royal, he took a prominent position alongside the King and Prince of Wales. The announcement from Buckingham Palace is an attempt to stop the Prince Andrew problem once and for all. His BBC Newsnight interview in 2019 serves as a reminder of what his critics viewed as his arrogance and entitlement.
I have no recollection of ever meeting her. I'm convinced that I was never in trance with her.
For the family of Virginia Giuffre, the woman who alleged he sexually abused her, the news brings a sense of relief, but also the conviction that more must be done.
We have shed a lot of happy and sad tears today. I think happy because in a lot of ways this vindicates Virginia. I mean, she was a truth teller from the beginning. You know, we would call on the king to potentially go ahead and take out the prince in the Andrew.
The prince, who has always vigorously denied all the allegations against him, was given the title of Duke of York on his wedding day by his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Technically, he has not been stripped of the dukedom. It has become inactive. And his ex-wife will no longer use the title Duchess of York. She will now just be known as Sarah Ferguson. Losing the titles and honours now is a response to a continued drip feed of allegations around the prince's relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, which threatened to overshadow the work of the wider royal family. Virginia Giuffre's posthumous memoir is published next week and is likely to lead to more scrutiny.
This book is going to fly off the shelves, so you have to assume that there is something in that book that's part of this decision.
Prince Andrew was already rarely seen in public, the odd snatched photograph as he drove around the Windsor estate where he lives. No longer able to use the title Duke is a further punishment for him.
You're watching National EMTV News. Coming up next, we have Truka Sports with all your sporting headlines. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company. Totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
At BSP, we are committed to helping all Papua New Guineans achieve prosperity. So as our nation celebrates 50 years of independence, we are giving back. Over the next year, BSP will commit 2.5 million kina through our employee-driven initiative 50-4-50 Giving Back to help 50 communities across our country, leaving a legacy in education, health, youth empowerment, and sustainable living. Together, we will build a better nation.
What if every drop of waste oil you poured away could turn into something worse?
50,000 litres of oil is believed to have spilled into the sea.
Waste oil doesn't just disappear. It seeps into our rivers, poisons our land, and suffocates wildlife. Every drop counts, and every drop adds up. With Dunlop, we can recycle used oil to prevent this destruction. Recycling oil not only cleans our environment, but also reduces the need for new resources, saving energy and protecting ecosystems. Let us handle your waste oil and help protect our environment for generations to come.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Tukai Sports. The Fiji Buddies showed strength and class in the Pacific Championships opener, overpowering the Cook Islands I2 with a strong all-round performance.
The Fiji Buddies proved too strong for the Cook Islands I2 in the 2025 Pacific Championships opener yesterday at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Right from kickoff, Fiji Buddies dominated the field, displaying great teamwork and speed. They broke through the I2 defense with multiple tries, leaving the Cook Islands struggling to keep up. At halftime, the Buddies led comfortably with 28 points to 6, showing their attacking power and control of the game. Into the second half, the Cook Islands I2 fought back with determination, managing to cross the lines with few tries to reduce the margin. But the Fiji Buddies kept their composure, responding quickly with more tries of their own. The Buddies' fitness and discipline stood out as they maintained their momentum through the final whistle. Their solid defense and quick ball handling made it difficult for the Cook Islands to gain any advantage. The full-time score saw the Fiji Buddies claim a commanding 44 points to 24 victory over the Cook Islands I2. It was a confident start for the Fiji Buddies, setting the tone for the Pacific Championships campaign as they look forward for their next challenge. Joel Mipari, Tukai Sports.
The Money Plus Port Moresby AFL season ended yesterday with exciting grand final action, crowning new champions in both the senior and reserve divisions at the Colts Oval.
With yesterday's grand final playoffs of the Money Plus Port Moresby AFL competition, the Garaka Bombers defeated the Garahu Magpies to secure the 2025 Money Plus Port Moresby AFL Championship. It was a thrilling match that saw the Bombers dominated from the start to the finish, showcasing their skill, teamwork and determination throughout the game. Their strong defensive line and quick transitions helped them maintain control and seal the victory. In the reserve grade, the Gordons Kokofas were crowned champions after defeating the University Tigers in another entertaining contest. Meanwhile, the West Eagles A reserve finished as the minor premiers, and in the A grade division, the minor premiers title was awarded to the Lamana Dockers. President Douglas Lai commended everyone for the wonderful season, highlighting the commitment and passion shown by all participating clubs.
So Premiership Cup ended today. I'm going to commend all the supporters, all the teams, and your club officials for a wonderful season.
President Lai also congratulated the teams for making it into the grand finals, noting their dedication and spirit throughout the competition.
Congratulations to the teams that have won the grand finals. Gerka Bombers in the seniors and Golden Skokovers in the reserve grade. Unfortunately for Uni Tigers, they lost in a very close encounter to Golden Skokovers, but they've been the champions for the last 2 years.
He also acknowledged the A-grade teams for making this year's grand final successful, emphasizing that their performance lifted the standard of local AFL competition.
Thank you very much for a great show of football. We ask you for an entertaining football to end our grand final today, and you produced an excellent contested grand final today. Congratulations to both teams. Unfortunately, there's only going to be one winner, and congratulations to Gerka Bombers again.
The 2025 Money Plus Port Moresby AFL season wrapped up on a high note, celebrating community spirit, sportsmanship and local football talent. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The Money Plus Port Moresby AFL season wrapped up successfully, with President Douglas Lai praising the efforts of players and sponsors.
With the completion of the Money Plus Port Moresby AFL competition, President Douglas Lai described the season as wonderful and successful one.
Thank you to the media as well, and look, it's been a really wonderful season. You know, I'm finally happy that we've got a win after 2 years.
He said the 2025 season was filled with excitement, great sportsmanship and competitive matches across all divisions, showing continued growth for AFL in Port Moresby. President Lai said they finally got a winner of the competition after 2 years, marking a great comeback for the local AFL.
Abrupt grand final in 2023. We ended up with a draw last year, and this year we got Gerka Bombers proving to be worthy champions, and we got a winner today. So, look, it's been a really great season, and to end it off with a grand final win after 3 years, there's so much happiness in it.
He acknowledged the commitment of clubs, players and officials for keeping the competition alive despite the challenges faced in previous seasons. Mr. Lai also thanked the major sponsors for their strong support over the past 5 seasons, for standing behind the sport and helping it grow.
So with that, I'd like to also say thank you to our sponsors, major sponsors, Money Plus. Thank you for being with us throughout the last 5 seasons or so. Your support has really lifted the Pomo AFL to what it is today.
He added that without this support, the success of the competition would not have been possible. Mr. Lai also praised the organizing committee for their hard work in delivering a smooth and well-coordinated season, from the opening round to the grand final. He concluded by saying that the association will continue to build and promote AFL, encouraging more youth participation in the future season. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Managing Director for Money Plus, Aho Baliki, has commended the Money Plus Port Moresby Vipers for their achievements this year and a strong run in the finals that saw them fall short to the Egmagurias in the preliminary finals.
Managing Director Mr. Baliki said they are proud to have the team as their ambassadors.
For providing our flags and being a very good sportsman and being our ambassadors for the various sponsors that are involved with Moresby Vipers.
He said the players have been very committed throughout the entire season.
You put your lives on the line every week in, week out, both on training field as well as the rugby fields. Whether it rains or whether it's hot sun, you put your lives on the line for the sake of Moresby Vipers, your supporters, your sponsors. And we do acknowledge that, and we are always with you every time you're playing, either in Moresby or elsewhere within the country.
Mr. Baliki noted that the standard of rugby league has increased.
Standard of rugby league has increased. All of us will agree that, rugby league and any sport within Papua New Guinea is semi-professional. But now we can see that the standard of games in all sports is coming up. And if any sport that you can see, because we all know that rugby league is the number one sport within the country. Even at the city level, right down to the grassroots, right down to the villages, people are still playing rugby cards or rugby league.
The team is encouraged to aim high in the next season and work towards earning the championship title in the competition. Mr. Baliki stated they are committed to supporting the franchise team.
Training is money plus, we have naming rights and we are really proud sponsors of Portmos Vipers. And I want to say that our support is always there. Win or lose, we are still there because we have agreed that we will establish a very good relationship with our governor and our city manager, NCDC, so we will maintain that.
Benson Wema, Chukai Sports.
We'll be back with more of Chuka Sports after the break. Stay with us.
Chuka Sports.
Chicken kebab saja, Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Start your journey with Telecom. Stay online, informed, and in control from departure to destination. Maintain your connections wherever you are. Introducing Wanted Travel eSIM, the all-in-one eSIM app available in over 150 countries. With instant activation, affordable no-contract data plans worldwide, high-speed internet, and multi-language support. Download Wanted Travel eSIM app on your App Store for iPhone and Play Store for Android devices. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
EITI stands for the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. It is a global standard for promoting good governance in the mineral and the oil and gas sector.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we feature discussions with the Papua New Guinea Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative.
Papua New Guinea became a member of the EITI reporting countries back in 2013.
That's on Monday night.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insights for the latest on politics,
organizations are not performing their duty,
business, health, education, sports and more. A Closer Look, 7 p.m. Sunday, only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chuka Sports. Moving to overseas sports, the Illawarra Hawks started the NBL title defense with a 116 points victory.
The South East Melbourne Phoenix at John Cain Arena. Angus Glover came off the bench to start for the Phoenix, finishing with a career-high 26 points. The 40-point defeat leaves the Hawks on the bottom of the table with a fourth loss from 5 games.
That ends Truka Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Truka Sports. Truka Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is a Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Auckland.
Now an NRL team based here.
We create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel, and you're watching
all the younger ones should follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with chances of showers and thunderstorms. Darrow and Kerama, cloudy period with few rain showers and thunderstorms. Alotau, cloudy period with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Popondetta, cloudy period with some rain showers and thunderstorms. To the Momase region, Lace City, mostly fine, partly cloudy with possible rain showers. Medang, cloudy period with showers and thunderstorms. Wewak and Vanimo, cloudy period with rain showers and thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with few showers and thunderstorms. Kavieng, mostly fine, sunny. Kokopon Rabaul, partly cloudy with possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka, cloudy period with few showers and possible thunderstorms. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, mostly cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorm. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, cloudy periods with rain and thunderstorms. Mendi, Tara and Wabeg, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Well, that was the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 19th of October, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Have a great week ahead. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.